Hi children, good morning all. What about your homework children? Nobody responding for the homework? I don't know whether you are listening the class or not. You are not at all asking any doubt. No communication with me. I don't know. And I got a complaint from Jocelyn that you didn't get the video of female reproductive system. Let me see to it children. And last session I discussed with you about the gametogenesis, and in that spermatogenesis I discussed in detail. Okay, today I am going to enter in oogenesis. Okay, so since you learnt spermatogenesis, you have some idea about spermatogenesis. If you keep the spermatogenesis clearly in your mind, then learning oogenesis is very easy. Okay, so oogenesis is the process of development of female gamete or ovum or egg in the ovaries. That you know very well, isn't it? Oogenesis is what? A process of development of ova or egg in the ovaries. During fetal development, certain cells in the germinal epithelium of the fetal ovary divide by mitosis and produce millions of egg mother cells or oogonia. See children, that is what? The ovary inside during fetal development itself, the follicles are started to develop. Certain cells in the germinal epithelium of fetal ovary oda germinal epithelial cells divide by mitosis and produce millions of egg mother cell or oogonia. Actually, oogonia undergo mitosis, produce primary oocyte undergo first meiosis, produce secondary oocyte undergo second meiosis, produce ovum. So, oogonia are the mother cell. It is diploid in nature. From the oogonia only ovum is developed. So, the oogonia are produced during the fetal development of female itself. See how much oogonias are produced. Millions of oogonias are produced. No more oogonias are formed or added after the birth. So, before birth itself, all the oogonias are formed in the female bodies. Not new oogonias are formed after the birth of the female baby. The oogonial cells start dividing and enter into prophase 1 of meiotic division 1 to form the primary oocytes, which are temporarily arrested at this stage. Okay, so after birth, the oogonial cells start dividing and enter into prophase stage of meiotic division 1 to form a primary oocyte. So, after meiotic division, the oogonia is divided by mitotic cell division and stop a primary oocyte with this stage which is arrested temporarily. The primary oocyte then gets surrounded by a single layer of granulosa cells to form the primordial or primary follicle. Okay, right. The primary oocytes, now it gets surrounded by a single layer of cells. Okay, granulosa cells, then the cells to form the primordial cells or primary follicle. Okay, primary oocyte undergo the next stage by surrounding the single layer of granulosa cells to form a primary follicles. A large number of follicles degenerate during the period from birth to puberty. So, at puberty only 60 to 80,000 follicles are left in each ovary. See, millions of oogonias are produced in the fetal ovary itself, but among the millions of oogonia, only 60 to 80,000 follicles only remain in each ovary, and rest of the oogonias are destroyed during the period of birth to puberty. Okay, so then, so it is understood oogonias are produced before birth itself. Out of million eggs women possess during birth, only about 300 to 400 will ovulate before menopause. Okay, so million eggs are million oogonias are produced. Among the 60 to 80,000 follicles are stayed in each ovary. Among the 60 to 80,000, only 300 to 400 eggs only ovulated, that is ruptured out and coming out. Okay. So, on the other hand, males produce more than 500 billion sperms in their lifetime. The primary follicles get surrounded. Okay. Now, you see children, oogonia, which is produced in the fetal ovary itself, and then this oogonia enter into first mitotic division and form primary oocyte. With this stage it gets arrested. After birth, the primary oocyte is surrounded by a single layer of granulosa cells and form a primary follicles. Then the primary follicles get surrounded by many layers of granulosa cells and a new theca layer form at the secondary follicle. First, the primary follicle surrounded by single layer of granulosa cell. Now, again the single layer of granulosa cells are covered with many layer of granulosa cell and form a theca layer, and it is called what? Secondary follicle. Now, primary follicles converted into secondary follicle. Then a fluid filled space, the antrum developed in the follicle and gets transformed into a tertiary follicle. Okay. A fluid filled space, that is called antrum, which developed in the follicles and gets transformed into a tertiary follicle. Okay. So, in between the layer and egg there is a cavity, that is called what? Antrum. The antrum is a fluid filled cavity. By developing antrum, the secondary follicle are transferred into the next stage, that is called tertiary follicle. Okay. So, the theca layer gets organized into an inner theca interna and an outer theca externa. Okay. So, the theca, that is many layer of granulosa cells form, no, already I said. This granulosa layers get differentiated into outer theca externa and inner theca interna. And then at that time, the primary oocyte within the tertiary follicle grows in size and completes its first meiotic division and form the secondary oocyte. So, at this stage, that is what, which stage? In the tertiary follicle stage, primary oocyte within the tertiary follicle grow in size and complete its first meiotic division and form the secondary oocyte. It is an unequal division. Secondary oocyte is this is what? The first meiotic division is a unequal division. Why? Because the primary oocyte divided into two. Primary oocyte will not divided into two secondary oocyte. It give one secondary oocyte and one polar body. So, it is called what? Unequal division. But in spermatogenesis, the primary spermatocyte divide into two and give what? Two secondary spermatocyte. But in case of oogenesis, it is not taken place such like that. That is, it is the first meiotic division is unequal and give the primary oocyte give one polar body and one secondary oocyte. Okay. It is an unequal division resulting in the formation of large haploid secondary oocyte and a first polar body. The first polar body disintegrates during first polar body disintegrate. Okay. Next, during fertilization, the secondary oocyte undergoes second meiotic division and produce a large cell, the ovum, and a second polar body. The second polar body also degenerate. See children, keep this your mind. The egg present within the follicular cells or in the stage of secondary oocyte only. Secondary, it is not a ovum, secondary oocyte only. After fertilization, that means when the egg fuse with the sperm only, if the egg undergo second meiotic division and produce the egg. Okay. So, during fertilization, the secondary oocyte undergoes second meiotic division and produce a large cell called ovum and a polar body, second polar body. The second polar body also disintegrate. The tertiary follicle eventually become a mature follicle or Graafian follicle. So, if fertilization does not takes place, second meiotic division is never completed and the egg disintegrate. So, once the fertilization attend only, the egg get transferred into the second meiotic division and produce the ovum. If there is no fertilization, the egg cannot complete its second meiotic division and it disintegrate itself. At the end of gametogenesis in female, each primary oocyte gives rise to only one haploid ovum. But at the end of spermatogenesis, each spermatogonia produce 4 haploid spermatozoa. Next, see the structure of ovum. Human ovum is non-cladoic, allocetal and microscopic in nature. Its cytoplasm called ooplasm contains a large nucleus called the germinal vesicle. So, the ovum is surrounded by a 3 coverings, children. What are the 3 coverings? Namely, inner thin transparent vitelline membrane. This vitelline membrane cover immediately after the egg. Over the vitelline membrane, the middle thick zona pellucida and outer thick coat of follicular cell called corona radiata. So, these are the 3 layers which covered by the ovum. Between the vitelline membrane and zona pellucida is a narrow pre-vitelline space. Okay, children, for this explanation, please refer the diagram of egg. Okay, so this is a book back question also, children. Note down it. Next one, we are going to enter a menstrual cycle. See, before I enter into that topic, I want to show this picture. See, children, you can see what? Primordial follicles. This primordial follicles, it is maybe oogonia. This primordial follicle covered with a single layer of granulosa cell and form what? Primary follicle. Okay. Next, you see this secondary, this primary follicles surrounded by, when surrounded by what? Many layer of granulosa cell, it is called what? Secondary follicle. Okay, when the secondary follicle which develop antrum in its, that blue color cavity is there, no children, this is called antrum. When it develop antrum, it become a what? Tertiary follicle. See, children, this tertiary, within the tertiary follicle, the egg is present. So, the egg mature, this tertiary follicle undergo mature follicle. So, the mature follicle rupture and release the ovum in the stage of what? Secondary oocyte. That means when the ovulation taken place, it complete only the first meiotic, second meiotic division. First meiotic division. It will not enter into the what? Second meiotic division. Once the egg released from the Graafian follicle, the egg released from the released egg from the Graafian follicle, when get fertilized with a sperm only, it undergoes second meiotic division and complete its cell division and become a ovum. Okay, if it won't fertilize, the egg cannot complete its second meiotic cell division. Okay. This is what I want to explain. See, this is a what? Ovary. Inside the ovary, we can see what? Different stages of what? Ovum. Okay. So, when we see the ovary, it is differentiated to region, outer cortex, inner medulla. Outer cortex consists of various stages of egg cells and inner medulla consists of what? Blood vessels, nerves, this and that all. Okay. Let us see about menstrual cycle, and before that I want to say one thing, children. If you know that it will the menstrual cycle, understanding of menstrual cycle is very easy. See, see here, the secondary oocyte is released from the maturation follicle. Okay. So, okay, here is my question. Okay, egg is released outside the ovary. Okay, right. What about the remaining follicular cells? What about the remaining follicular cells? This remaining empty Graafian follicular cells, see, converted into corpus luteum. Converted into corpus luteum. So, when it's converted into corpus luteum, in the sense, the ruptured egg, when fertilized by the sperm, only, the empty Graafian follicle converted into into corpus luteum. Okay, if it won't get fertilized by the sperm, what happen? It will not be changed in the corpus luteum, gradually degenerate and become a scar tissue called or corpus albicans. This what the cyclic consequence taken place inside the ovary. Okay, so again you see, children, first this is the complete mature egg and it rupture and release the egg. Next what this is, the next one is maturation, mature Graafian follicle. It become mature and rupture and release the what? Secondary oocyte. After mature Graafian follicle, when the mature Graafian follicle rupture, the tertiary follicle become mature follicle and secondary follicle become tertiary follicle and primary follicle becomes secondary follicle, like that seriously it come. Okay, after ovulation, that means release of egg from the Graafian follicle, see this empty Graafian follicle converted into corpus luteum in case of fertilization. If there won't be a fertilization, corpus luteum converted into corpus albicans. Okay, this is what the cyclical changes which is taken place inside the ovary. See, in menstrual cycle we should remember, children, there is a cycle. When we speak a menstrual cycle, we should say a word as cyclical changes takes place in the ovary and uterus. Okay, so what are the cyclical changes taken place in the ovary? I said, okay, when the fully matured Graafian follicle rupture and release the secondary oocyte. Okay, then another mature Graafian follicle replace that position and the mature Graafian follicle replaced by tertiary follicle replaced by secondary follicle, like that the cyclical changes happened. So once the ovum is released, the empty Graafian follicle changes into corpus luteum in case of fertilization. If there is no fertilization, corpus luteum is changed into corpus albicans. Okay, again next ovulation taken place. Okay, this is what cyclical changes taken place in the ovary. And what is the cyclical changes taken place in the uterus is, you see, if fertilization is taken place, okay, what happens? Zygote is formed. The zygote which become zygote formation taken place in the fallopian tube. From the fallopian tube, the zygote reaches the endometrium of the uterus. That is, what is endometrium? The inner lining of the uterus is called what? Endometrium. Here the implantation is taken place. What is mean by implantation? That the embryo attached with the inner endometrium of the uterus is called implantation. Okay, so this is what happened in case of fertilization. Okay, so you know, children, the uterus is a small bag-like structure only, but it can bear a weight of 3 kg of fetus inside its. Okay, this small bag-like structure can bear the fetus with a weight of 3+ kgs. Okay, how it is possible? How it possible? This is due to the strong of endometrium. This is due to strong of endometrium. Who will do this strong? This is due to the hormone secreted by the corpus luteum, progesterone. This progesterone is responsible of the strong position of endometrium to bear the weight of fetus. Okay, so this what okay, if fertilization taken place, this what happen. If there won't be fertilization, corpus luteum converted into corpus albicans. So corpus albicans cannot synthesize progesterone. If there is no progesterone, the endometrium cannot be strong. If endometrium cannot be strong, what happened? It peeled off and come out as menstrual flow. So this what the cyclical, again what the endometrium, new endometrium. Okay, after menstruation, the new endometrium is formed inside the uterus. Okay, so this what again endometrium formed inside the inner membrane of the uterus, and then if there is fertilization, endometrium strong. No fertilization, again endometrium peel off. Again after menstruation, again new endometrium form. These were the cyclical changes taken place in the uterus. Okay, so when we speak about menstrual cycle, the cyclical events taken place in the uterus and ovary is called what? Menstrual cycle. Okay, children, I'll stop with this. Okay, if I enter into the menstrual cycle, it will take some more time. Okay. So, I want to discuss it very clearly in my next class. I will stop with this. Today's homework: explain the process of oogenesis and structure of ovum. These are the two questions as a homework. Please submit it soon, children. Nobody is not responding, nobody is submitting your homework also. Children, be sincere. You are in higher secondary. How will be your board examination also, I don't know. So please complete your homework then and there and submit. Bye. We will meet in our next class.